Alright, here's you a quick screenshot, everybody. I got 50.2 miles. Took me 3 hours and 37 minutes. So I did finally get the 50 miles. Alright, still got 44.2 volts. I know it's showing no battery, but it's still running. Okay? It's got about 15% battery showing on the battery down there. Alright, so yay! Got 50 miles! Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm out here at the Trinity River Trails cruising. It's a little cooler here this morning, finally. It's not gonna last, unfortunately, but it is in the lower to mid 70s this morning. It's only supposed to get up into the mid 90s today, but considering we've been 106, 107 the past several days in a row, you know, 12, 13 degrees cooler is a lot nicer. You know, it's been 84, 85 degrees in the morning, so having it being 74 degrees this morning was quite a bit cooler feeling. There's going to be a clip at the start of this video where you'll see that I did get the 50 miles on this battery. I still had about 15% battery left. I think it said it's like 50.2 miles. Doesn't surprise me. This battery is very powerful. Way nicer than the stock rad battery. It's early in the morning. The sun's not quite come up yet. We're heading kind of east, so we're heading right for it. I'm out on the Rad Expand 5. So I saw where there's a whole lot of new motorcycle style e-bikes hitting the market. Just pumping out these motorcycle style e-bikes right and left, these companies are. Oh, it feels really nice out here, y'all, golly, compared to what it's been feeling. Geez. I'm sure today when it's 95 degrees it'll feel really nice compared to 106 or 107. I know y'all think I'm crazy, but when it's been 106 or 107, 95 actually does feel nice. Even Mrs. Cruisin last night was like, it feels so much nicer out back. It was like 87 degrees. But the night before it was like 100 degrees when she was out there at 10 o'clock, so. Quite a pretty morning this morning out. So the 50-mile ride took me about, I think it says 3 hours and 37 minutes. It didn't actually take me that long total, because I would get off the bike for 5 or 10 minutes here or there. That's a lot of mallards down there. And I probably did that getting off the bike 3 or 4 times. So you could probably take about 20, 30 minutes off of that. I hear a Kestrel. Oh, there he is up there on the electric tower. I wonder if y'all will be able to hear him on the video like I could hear him. Oh, by the way, let's talk about the American Kestrel. Through all my falconry studying and with my communications with the Texas Hawking Association, I have found out that the American Kestrel's numbers are actually starting to decline a little bit. That's concerning. So what can we do to help the American Kestrel? Well, we can put up nest boxes, Kestrel boxes. If you live by an open lot, or you know, you got a field not too far from your house, you could put a Kestrel box up. Only needs to be up about 8 feet in the air, so that's easy. And look at it this way, if you didn't get a Kestrel, you might get a screech owl. So you got a 2-for-1 chance. So I hate to see that. You know, the other one that's starting to decline a little bit is the sharp-shinned hawk. I hate to see those too. Holy shit, was that a gator? Nah, that can't be a gator. That sure looked like a small gator out there. How it was sitting in the water. I don't think there's supposed to be gators in there. Somebody probably let their damn gator go if it is in there. Although I guess there could be gators here. They're getting to be all over Texas. I mean, it's been so damn hot here. I haven't even been going on some of the group rides that we've been having. I mean, I get a kick out of these guys. A couple of them posted, let's get out and do an early bird ride. And the ride started at 10 o'clock a.m. I'm like, that's not an early bird ride. An early bird ride would be you meet at 6:30 and you're rolling by 7. I can see the fish. There are some fish out there doing some eating. See some jumpers. they got Colonial all torn up. Look at that. Looks like they're about ready to lay some sod. Well, I tell you, of all the new motorcycle style e-bikes that have come out, I sure do like the new Lyric Graffiti. Of course, I liked the Graffiti before. I just thought I thought the original Graffiti had too much power for the single battery they were offering with it. Now, they've backed the motor down to just the 1,000-watt motor and a 20 amp hour battery. So even the dual, I even thought the dual battery was not enough battery for the power they were offering on the original one. Now it's set up where if you buy it in the single battery or the dual battery, you're getting, well, in my opinion, you're getting a better setup than the original. You may not be getting as much power, but you're going to get a lot better range. That original Lyric Graffiti had a lot of power and not a lot of battery with just a single battery model. There's nothing. That belt drive system they have, maintenance free, lasts 25 years. I got some of y'all who send me stuff in the comments that say we're at the peak of the e-bike. I don't agree with that. I think this is just getting started. When I'll be long gone when this technology's finally at its max. If it ever gets to a max. The batteries can get so much better, smaller, more powerful. There's just so much more that these bikes can. I mean, I can see a day where I'm not sure, I've said this before, I'm not sure these e-bikes need gears. I mean, I can see a day where these bikes are so maintenance free. I can tell y'all if that Rev 1 of mine had a belt drive system, it would be maintenance free with the mag wheels and everything else it already has. If it just had a belt drive, it'd be completely maintenance free. But yeah, if I was gonna probably get another motorcycle style e-bike, I'd be looking hard at the Lyric Graffiti. Even though it doesn't have a rear suspension, it's still a really nice bike. You know, the other thing, you can't ever go wrong with the Aerial Rider X Class, the 52 volt, or the Grizzly. Look at this cat riding his four-wheel cart on the path. Fixing to pass the Mark Twain statue, I think it is. Yes, there he is. Coming by on the left. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what I've learned so far from the study guide. A lot of it's common sense, straight out and simple. And then a lot of it, if you know anything about birds of prey, you're going to know a lot of it. All right, and then there's some stuff that's, well, you could argue. We've seen... Let me give you an example. One of the questions, and basically the study guide is just a big book of questions. Right? So, one of the questions is during the nesting season, if one of the parents either abandons the nest or is killed or injured and there's only one parent left, will they abandon the nest? Well, we know the answer to that is no, they stay. But then underneath these questions, there's like explanations of the answer. And under that question, it talks about how the female will stay and hunt and feed the kids. But it says that the male bird of prey will not pull a prey apart, that it will only deliver the prey to the nest, and that if the young nestlings aren't old enough to self-feed, he won't feed them. Well, we know that's not true. We watched M15 feed the kids and pull the food apart. And I could argue that Tom was feeding Angel, or Tom was feeding Dinyani, but Angel would always come in and shoo him off. So I'm not sure I agree 100% with that. Now, maybe you could make a statement that the male sometimes will not pull the prey apart, but the way their statement was, it was kind of blanket, the males never do it. Well, we know that to be not true. Okay, now this test guide was updated in 2022, so You know, I'm not saying all males will pull the prey apart, but I'm saying that we saw that. So we could argue that. We saw M15 pulling prey apart for 22 and 21. So, something else I found out, we talked about how in Texas and in a lot of states, you've got to take a passage bird. Well, the reason that they want you to do that, another reason, first of all, apprentices are inexperienced, so they don't want you taking a hatchling. Hatchlings can become problems down the road if you don't know what you're doing, and even if you do know what you're doing, they can become aggressive. So they want you to take a passage hawk for that reason, but the main reason they want you to take a wild bird that's not a year old is because you're saving a bird's life. Okay, through the study guide and through some other research, and we know this. You know, first year birds of prey, 80% of them die. They don't make it. So the state of Texas looks at it is that you take that first year bird, you're helping the species, the prey species out. And I agree with that. I see that. I see their point in that. And why get a captive bred bird? It defeats the whole purpose, first of all, of falconry. To take a captive bred bird, in my opinion. Captive bred birds are more for masters and for generals. Apprentices, they should be taking a wild bird. Like I said, you know, try to save the life. So I get that. You know, at first I was kind of like, but now that it's been kind of explained to me, I think it makes a lot of sense. So for some of y'all who think that falconry should be abolished, get real, all right? The reality is the people really are. The falconeers really are helping these birds. Well, y'all, we're gonna call it a ride. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave me a like, leave me a subscribe, and leave me a comment. And we'll see you on the next ride. Y'all have a good one. Take care, everybody.